Hello everybody, it's Pam here from Camper Jazz. Welcome to the channel, and tonight we find ourselves parked up in Oban. I'm actually parked on the seafront. I might move, it's only 7:30. I may move as I found a nice quiet little road that I think would be better, still overlooking the sea. I think it's likely to get busy in the town itself as it gets later with all the pubs and restaurants around here. So there's McCaig's Tower up on the hill, lit up in purple, and the town's looking really pretty with all the sparkly lights. Reminds me of being back in Torquay, except I've not seen any rubbish here. So I shall show you some of the sights around Oban. It's not too bad this morning. They say it's going to brighten up later. We'll see. Still a bit dull, but hopefully this afternoon will be better. And they were right. The sun's come out and it's turned into a lovely day. That's the cathedral over in the background. Here's one of the ferries coming into port. And now we've gone to the little Oban Museum. It gives you a little bit of information on Oban, and then there's a large display in the Oban during the war. So I've taken a few photos and a little bit of video, which was allowed. It's free to come in. They just ask if you can afford it to give them a little donation to keep them going. It's all run by volunteers, and there's some quite interesting displays. I love the little postcards. I can remember my granny having some of those that I used to look at as a child. And we've got a selection of old tins, tobacco and so forth, and ration books and identity cards. A section on the importance of the northern lighthouses, local education, cinema and photography. And of course seafaring bears an important part in the history of Oban. The local Weatherspoons has got a plaque telling you all about what it used to stand on. And there'll be some seafaring information coming up later. But looking up to the hill, the question tourists to Oban usually ask is, why is there a mini Colosseum in Oban? So it's called the McCaig Tower, and construction of it began in 1897, when local banker, businessman and entrepreneur John Stuart McCaig decided to erect a monument to his family and provide work for the unemployed labourers and stonemasons of Oban. And we're just about to go have a look at it. And there's a small car park just at the bottom of the path, so it's quite an easy walk up. There's steps on one side and a path on the other. The tower sits on the top of what's called Battery Hill. Construction, as I said, began in 1897, and the granite was brought from Bonor quarry, which is on the shores of Loch Etive. Beautiful morning. There's two people walking around, a couple more just coming up the path, and let's go and have a look at the view. So McCaig, his original idea was for a 3-storey column, and the interior was to be decorated with bronze statues of members of his family. Unfortunately, it wasn't long until McCaig died. When he did, work stopped, having already spent some £5,000 on the construction, which was quite a vast sum for the late 1800s. And for those of you that like facts and figures, I've got some information coming up. You can pause and read the little article. And we're out on the little viewing platform, and in the distance is the Carmack ferry port. Just down below with that big stack, that's the Oban distillery. And I'll just pan around for you to see the lovely view up here. It really is a beautiful morning. In the distance you can see the cathedral and obviously the island of Kerra and beyond. We've just been out on the little viewing platform, and this is back inside the tower. And there's a pussycat sat in the sun, not looking too happy at the dogs. So I'm going to make sure they don't go and disturb him. And wait for it, Lollie's just seen another dog. And woken up to another beautiful morning. This is just up by my parking spot for the night, and very nice it was too. Looking out onto Dunollie Castle, and across the water on Kerra you can see the obelisk memorial. This is the road I parked on. It's free to park after 6 p.m, but no motorhomes or caravans. Vans and cars are okay. And it's just a short walk to the Oban War Memorial. And it leads through the War Memorial into a little garden, and that looks out over the castle and is also home to the dunollie lighthouse. And next to the lighthouse is a stone slab with an anchor, and it's a seafarer's memorial. And yes, that is Lolly growling at the stone. And the plaque just ahead tells you about Fingal's Dogstone, which is just on the other side of the road. A piece of rock believed to be some 400 million years old. Here we have the Dunollie Lighthouse, and as we were walking back the tide had gone out, and I found just lying there a lovely large shell, one to add to my collection. It's our second morning in Oban, and for the second time we are being woken up by the arrival of the early morning ferry, and look just how close she is to the railings. Having been on a number of ferries over the last few years, I've got great admiration for those that park them up so nimbly alongside the harbours. When you take into consideration parking a car, I really wouldn't want to park something that size. And this morning we headed down to Ganavan Beach. It's about a mile down the road from where I was parked. You get 2 hours free parking, and the parking's not that expensive anyway. There's toilets, some nice walks, a lovely beach, and also a nice little cafe type shack where you can get coffees, hot rolls and things like that. And when we got back in the car, here's little Lolly moaning her head off as she's watching people playing on the beach. If you've liked our videos, please like, share with your friends on social media, and of course if you're not already, please click the button and subscribe to our channel. And I will be back with you shortly for our next adventure. We are heading off to Bon to see the iron furnace.